So there have been some new leaks in information in regards to watchOS 7 coming to your Apple Watch actually fairly soon. Everything from a new control pad, which includes toggles that enable sleep mode and noise detection, and a completely new architecture that's built for watchOS 7 that builds upon what watchOS 6 did, giving people the ability to release standalone applications for the Watch App Store itself without the need for an iPhone companion app. So in this video, we're going to go over what's new with watchOS 7 coming to the Apple Watch and what you Apple Watch users like myself can expect feature-wise with the new OS coming fairly soon. So let's start with one of the, most important things in the Apple Watch, which is the actual watch faces themselves. There's going to be some new innovations in the watch faces coming to watchOS 7, giving users the ability to kind of customize their watch faces just a little bit more. So right now, the Apple Watch lets users create personalized digital watch faces using the photos that's in their iPhone or Apple Watch itself. And those photos are separated into two categories. It's either the individual photos that are grouped individually throughout your iPhone or Apple Watch, or grouped photo albums, or albums that are grouped together that display randomized photos through the album when you initiate some kind of action with your watch, either touching the watch face or raising the watch to look at the time itself. So what the leak is saying is that there's going to be a third source or third option coming to watchOS 7 that gives users the ability to create watch faces using shared albums. So what this basically is that the Apple Watch photo app is going to include a special album type that allows multiple users, to access and contribute shared photos to the album. So you can have your friends, your family, basically anyone contribute photos to this specific album, and then those photos will rotate and change on your Apple Watch as time goes by or as actions are initiated on the Apple Watch itself. So you can actually imagine a scenario where you go on like a family trip, or you have some kind of special event where people take a ton of photos and you can actually have them contribute those photos from a different angle that someone else has taken into your Apple Watch album, so you can actually have those memories kind of stored and carried around with you on your Apple Watch. I think this is going to be a pretty awesome feature to kind of get your watch to be a little bit more customizable and a little bit more personal to you itself. That shared photo album, having your family members, your friends, anyone close to you kind of contribute to that album, and vice versa. If they have an Apple Watch, you can contribute to their album. I think it really opens up a whole new realm for sharing and creating different kind of watch faces that are customizable and special and specific to you, giving you the ability to kind of own your Apple Watch just a little bit more. I actually kind of like the feature. I can see where it would backfire if you have somebody stupid that's contributing photos that shouldn't be in the album. I don't know if Apple's going to put some kind of restrictions on it and what kind of managing settings are going to be on it itself. Only time will tell, but for now, the actual overall idea and feature is pretty cool, and I can't wait to see how it actually plays out in real life on the Apple Watch. So the next feature of watchOS we're going to talk about is Apple Watch for Kids. What's that? Let's find out. So what it looks like is Apple's apparently developing the ability to set up and manage Apple Watches specifically for kids using a parent's iPhone. So you actually wouldn't need a separate iPhone in order to enable this watch. You can already enable different Apple Watches on one iPhone, but one Apple Watch would have to be inactive for the iPhone to manage two watches. This is going to give you the ability to set up a parent watch and a child watch, giving the parent kind of parental control access over the Apple Watch itself that's set up for the child. So the child wouldn't need an individual iPhone. They would use the parent's iPhone. The parent's iPhone would act as the managing device for that Apple Watch, but the child would have the Apple Watch active with features that are selected by the parent iPhone itself. And one of those features is school time. And what school time basically is it gives the parent iPhone the ability to kind of manage what apps, functions, and features the child can use from a duration of time during the day. So if you don't want your kid kind of messing around with his Apple Watch in the middle of class, you can actually disable a lot of those functions, everything but the necessity of the watch itself to work, show the time, and possibly do some emergency communications. You can disable anything else that you don't want your child to kind of mess around with when they should be focusing in school, and then you can kind of set a time frame between that time that the watch would then be kind of locked up or parentally controlled. Once that time frame expires, then they would have full functionality of the watch itself. It just kind of gives you an extra layer of parental controls you can apply to the Apple Watch that's currently not there now. I can see where a lot of parents will find this extremely useful, especially if they do want to kind of get your kid an Apple Watch, but you're worried about them being not focused as we currently are in this world. Our attention span is so low already. So installing this different parental control action can help you kind of control what functions, what apps they can use throughout the day, and kind of give you a peace of mind that even though they do have the Apple Watch, they don't have full control of it over a certain period of time, and they can kind of focus on what they need to do during that time span. So the next thing we're going to talk about is probably one of the biggest things that people have been waiting for since the Apple Watch debuted, and that's a dedicated sleep app for the Apple Watch from Apple itself, not a third party. This is really exciting. So there really isn't much information about the sleep tracking application itself, but some of the leaks show that you're going to have a UI that has the toggle between bedtime alarms that you can currently set up in your iPhone or iPad, and it looks like the app itself is going to give you different features, like of course sleep tracking, and the user can set personalized sleep goals via the health app from the Apple Watch itself, and that same health app will give you different kind of recommendations on how to improve your sleep duration and quality. So it looks like Apple's kind of diving fully into these sleep tracking functions, and like I said, it's going to give you different suggestions on how you can improve your sleep after tracking it over a certain period of time. It's going to give you some sleep scores and how it believes that you're sleeping throughout the night. Are you tossing and turning? Are you in a deep sleep? And kind of give you an idea of how long you're in a deep sleep, and this can help you kind of improve your sleep going forward because it's such a big health risk to not sleep properly. I can see how this can play an important role in how the Apple Watch functions for people as another health device that they currently have. And I know there are sleep apps currently available for the Apple Watch, but having something kind of baked in from Apple will be really cool because, you know, Apple knows their system. They know how to take full advantage of all the sensors and gadgets that are in the Apple Watch itself, giving them the ability to kind of get a more accurate reading. And again, this is something that people have been waiting for a really long time, but you know, Apple, you're not going to release something until they've either researched the hell out of it or know that it's the right time, the right technology, and everything just kind of matches up properly in order for them to release it so people can take full advantage of it. And it's also going to be a pretty cool selling tip for their next Apple Watch. So I look forward to this feature. I want to test it out. I tend to wear my watch when I sleep anyway, so it's going to be nice to kind of get a sleep score, get a sleep tracking, find out if I'm sleeping the right way, I guess, have some more piece of tech telling me I'm doing something either wrong or right. I need validation that I'm sleeping correctly, and I think this app is going to provide just that. Now, there's also some rumors that you're going to get a completely new revamped UI for the Apple Watch itself, how you navigate and move through the different settings. The different options are going to be tweaked a little bit to help improve navigation. There's also rumors that there are going to be some gestures that are kind of thrown into the Apple Watch to get you from screen to screen and application to application. I can see where this comes in handy because sometimes it's a little hard navigating on that smaller screen. With big fingers, I have pretty big fingers, so having some gestures and things that I can do on screen, as long as they're accurate and as long as they're responsive, I can take full advantage of those. I know a lot of people can as well, but you would still have your same different navigation options that are available, so nothing is really going away. This is just being added on top of the OS itself. That plus the integration with iOS 14 that's also being released fairly shortly. I think these two operating systems are going to be differentiating themselves a little bit from each other. You can see that Apple is kind of in the realm of now making the iOS standalone operating system for the iPhone, iPad OS for the iPad, and watchOS for the Apple Watch. It used to just be one big operating system. Now it looks like they're differentiating a little bit, and doing that gives the Apple Watch some standalone features that a lot of people have been asking for. And I'm really looking forward to see what Apple does with the next upgrade for watchOS 7. But now I'm going to pass the question off to you guys. What feature are you looking forward to the most for Apple Watch OS 7? Go ahead and comment in the comment section down below. If you don't currently have an Apple Watch, what feature can Apple release to get you to buy one of these things? Go ahead and comment in the comment section down below as well. And until then, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button. It definitely helps out the channel. Also, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and tap that subscribe button with the bell for notification so you don't miss when I release some cool, helpful content like this one. Until then, guys, you can check out a video we did about some iOS 14 leaks here, and this is something YouTube believes you'll enjoy watching. Thanks again so much for checking out the video, and until next time, peace.